Hi everyone, I'm Atul Grover and I welcome you to the ServiceNow Learning. I'm working as a senior business process consultant and running my own YouTube channel named Learn and Grow together with Atul Ji. In today's learning session, we will discuss the business analyst journey from planning to sign off. This is my second session on the Now Learning platform. So let's start with the part 1. One day I asked a question to my friend who is a business analyst. What are your day in and day out work? My friend replied, I gather the requirement. I said, okay, that's good. I said, only gather? He said, yes. Please, let's put some stress on this word. I said, only gather. He said, yes. No other work? He laughs and said, Atul, come on. Maybe for you it is just one task. But for me, it's a 9-hour job in a day. I was surprised actually. To get more details, I asked him, if you went to Paris last month for vacation, and he laughed, said yes. It was an awesome trip. But you know that a lot of work need to do before travel. I said yes. I was happy inside now. I said, lot of work? What do you mean by lot of work? He said, Atul, like visa application, booking, accommodation, food, sightseeing, a lot of things. But oh my God, what an experience. You know, my family was so happy after this trip. And it was a successful and a memorable trip. Now I got him. So for your vacation, you did a lot of pre and post work of the trip. Then how you can say a business analyst only do requirement gathering? Now he was surprised. And I still owe a drink to him. Hope you got an understanding now. What is this course all about? So let's kick off our discussion, and let's not call this a course. It is a journey via train, starting from a station called planning, and the destination is sign off. So pack your bags, charge your camera, and let's board the train. So we are at the platform now, and time to view or understand the situation at a station. So now let me change it here. Yeah. So first thing first, for a business analyst, the word requirement is bread, butter, and jam. Definitely yes. So let's discuss and understand what is the meaning of the requirement here. A condition or a capability need by a stakeholder to solve a problem or achieve an objective. Let me try to bifurcate these words. A condition or a capability which is needed by a stakeholder. So stakeholder means who is directly or indirectly has an interest in the project, who needs some functionality kind of, I can say, who needs something to be built in that particular area, which is able to solve a problem or by which he want to achieve an objective. Let's discuss a layman terms. When I need something as a user is called a requirement. For the kids, toys are the requirement because they want to achieve the happiness. For a hungry person, food is the requirement so that he can close his thirst or hunger. And for our clients, ServiceNow implementation is a requirement. we can divide the requirement in the three types. As you can see on the screen now, the functional, non-functional, and the transition. It is very much important for a business analyst to be bifurcate the requirement in these sections. Number one, the functional, the product capabilities or the things that a product must do for its user. Let's say I purchase a mobile phone. If via that mobile phone, I cannot call anybody, I cannot send SMS anybody, it means it's not a mobile phone for me. It's just a box with buttons. So in this case, it is the functional requirement which is required to operate that particular product. Then what is the non-functional? The quality attributes. Here remember the word quality. Design and implementation constraint and external interface that product must have. Let's say I purchase a new phone. It have an option to lock and unlock via button, not via the face recognition, not via the fingertips. Then I can say it's a non-functional, but it's a required, must have, because nowadays everything is moving to that technology perspective. And the last, that is called the transition. The capability that solution must in order to facilitate the transition from current state to the desired state. You make or we make any kind of a mobile phone, but every time if we build a new mobile phone set, it must have the calling and SMS function. This is what the transition defined here. So now our train has arrived. So now it's time to board the train for our journey. At a glance, if I say a business analyst need to perform these many activities, or these are the station. Now the question comes, Atul, what do you mean by these many? We're going to be discussed in very soon. So these are the station. You can say halt, you can say stop, where train will halt, and you can fresh up and take a break and get back with tea or coffee. But now the question is, how do we document, format, templates or samples do all this? It means that the question basically is that the activities we're going to perform, how I can keep a track, how I can build that. Do we have any kind of a format, any kind of a sample? How and from where we can get that? As we are speaking from the ServiceNow perspective, from the ServiceNow domain, and approximately 2 to 3 releases back, ServiceNow, there were term which we use in ServiceNow that is called the SIM. ServiceNow Implementation Methodology was used, and now recently ServiceNow replace, I said not replace is not the right word, enhance and reform and rename it, called the Now Create. Now Create, yes, Now Create is a hub for everyone, irrespective of your role you are playing in your project. Either you are an architect, you are a stakeholder, you are a business analyst, you are a business process consultant, you are a process consultant, anybody. If you want to understand or you want to know, Now Create is the best place to be there. It is a get step-by-step guidance that based on the real work experience so that you can create the new workflows fast and get them right on the first time. This is the major problem that requirement gathering fail because we don't have a plan on the place. Now Create provide a perspective methodology, number one, leading practice, number two, and accelerators to help you with the ServiceNow implementations, upgrades, and many more. For us, important is success pack. The success pack is different for the different type of implementation. So let's have a tour of Now Create along with these stations. Now, what are these stations? Let me show you here. So these are the stations which I'm speaking here. The first station starts with the business analysis, planning and monitoring, or we can say planning and monitoring. Second is called elicitations and the collaboration. Third one is called requirement lifecycle management or the lifecycle management. Fourth one is strategy analysis. Fifth one is requirement analysis design definitions. Sixth one, solution evaluations, assessment and relation. At the last, we have a requirement communication. So these are the seven, if I say right, yes, these are the seven states or the stops or the halts we are going to be covered in our now learning session. And here you can see on the left side a person like me is standing, who is the business analyst. We are going to perform these seven things in the bucket. And in these scenarios, in these activities, basically three major sections we will have. Number one, we have inputs. Number two, we have a task. And number three, we have an output. Yes, you got it right. One station will be input for one station or the other station or any station as well. So don't get confused that it is in the systematic order. No, the station input can be the output for other one and other outputs can become the input for the other one. So in this training, we are mainly going to be discuss task only, not the inputs and not the outputs. So let's take a break and we will connect with you in the part 2 of this journey. Bye-bye.